turn to weather, and Harp, things are heating up. I mean, it's been pretty quiet. Now the pattern seems to take on some new energy.
Yeah, it does. It's taken a long time for that to happen. And even with this, you know, so far this winter has not really wanted to work out in terms of big snows.
Right.
So there's definitely a few possibilities how this could all play out. But we'll discuss all that with you. First of all, let's talk about what happened last night and early this morning. A little bit of snow down around the Cape, the islands, extreme southeastern Mass. Plymouth was affected, New Bedford, Mashpee, Brewster. Certainly these are not prolific snow amounts, that's for sure. That was just the edge of that small storm as it was moving out to sea. So these were the temperatures early this morning, and the temperatures now, not too bad considering what we've had a lot of this month. Look at the skies, you see some patchy clouds as we have clearing tending to move in at this hour. So it's 34 in Boston, just a gentle breeze, and if you're going to be headed out this evening, not a whole lot of wind to deal with, and the temperatures, which right now are in the 30s, few upper 20s already. Because we'll have mainly clear skies and light winds, it will allow it to drop to the teens of the cold spots and 20s here in Boston and the big urban centers. All right, now these are high temperatures tomorrow. In other words, the air mass is not especially cold, and that's one thing we look for preceding a storm if you're thinking about a lot of snow, usually, not always, but you have the cold air in place. This time the air is not going to be that cold, marginally cold at many levels of the atmosphere at best, which makes the call between rain and wet snow very tough and very critical with the Saturday storm. But there is a winter storm watch that has been issued. Right now, the thinking is the greatest likelihood of several inches of heavy wet snow, which could cause some issues, could be bordering around I-95 on the east side and perhaps as far as the Worcester Hills on the west side. But there are a couple of flies in the ointment here. It could turn out that the heaviest precipitation is down here where it would fall in the form of rain. So if that happens and you don't get that much here, then you wouldn't get that much snow. But right now the potential clearly is there for enough precipitation to be in the form of borderline heavy wet snow. This is where the moisture is coming from, the Gulf of Mexico. So there'll be a lot of moisture with the system. It all depends on the track of the storm. The storm will be a rapid mover and will rapidly intensify. So there are several possibilities, as I mentioned, but here we're taking you out right to Saturday morning. Notice it's just on the northwest fringe of the precipitation shield that it is snow. So it may actually be a mix or wet snow that may change to even rain for a while from I-95 south and east, and then could go back to snow later Saturday before it turns off. And there could be a burst of heavy snow late in the day as somewhat cold air tries to rush in. So trying to put it all together, best estimate for where the heaviest snow would fall would be in this band. But it's not impossible. It could be a little bit farther to the east if the track of the storm is a little bit farther to the east. Several inches certainly possible. This is just one idea of how the numbers could work out. But again, you may see some shifting with that over time. One of our computer models is indeed showing that the heaviest amounts would be here. Another one of our computer models is kind of showing the heaviest moisture would be to the east. So it's a slightly colder solution, but with not as much total snowfall. So there's a lot of wiggle room here, but we do want you to be aware that Saturday during the day and Saturday evening is the time period of concern. Now, a couple of other things with this potential. Number one, this is the type of snow where you do get snow. If it's heavy enough in terms of intensity, it would be very wet because it's very borderline. Temperatures are going to be close to 32, many levels of the atmosphere. Later in the storm, during the afternoon, later in the afternoon into the night, the winds could get very gusty, especially along the coast and down on the Cape. So if we get this combination, then there could be the potential for scattered power outages. Sunday will be a nice day, a little windy early, but sunshine. And then we have another little potential coming up on Tuesday. That will be a storm south of us, which may clip part of the area, especially southeastern Mass of the Cape. And after that, wow, the story is going to be cold air, very cold air, if not bitterly cold air, returning all over again. So you can see those low temperatures are very low and the high temperatures not very high as we get to the midweek period of next week. So that's how things are shaping up as of now.